I'd like to introduce my lifelong friend, Farmingdale educator, and my personal history teacher, Steve Kramer.
Look at all of you beautiful people. Look at all of you beautiful Farmingdale people who have come here today in our neighborhood park. You've come from many different varied journeys and very different paths, but we've all wound up here in the same park to celebrate the life of a man who we never met, but whose story we know is as old as America. A story of disenfranchisement and brutality. A man whose fate was sealed the moment he was pulled over. Say his name.
George Floyd!
This story feels different than the ones before. This story comes at a time that feels like a great new awakening is happening in the United States. Not one of religious fervor, but one for a call for social justice. We are experiencing the largest civil rights demonstrations in the history of the United States. All 50 states have seen demonstrations, and 18 countries across the world have stood in silence for nearly 9 minutes to honor the life of Mr. Floyd. This is an awakening where people who have stood on the sidelines in the great fight for social justice are now getting in the game. This is a time where institutions are being challenged. And in 2 short weeks, we have seen symbols of racial injustice and hatred being pulled down in the capitals of the South. Richmond, Virginia has pulled down the statue of General Lee. The Marines have made it illegal to post the Confederate flag anywhere on their grounds. I truly believe that the voices for good are now outnumbering the voices for evil. We must continue that call for change. As an educator for 28 years, I have fought these injustices with the powers that be, and I have tried to change minds where I saw I had those opportunities. Whether it was with administrators, colleagues, or children, I tried to speak hard truths. We have the opportunity now before us to make real, lasting systemic change. We must, as a community, open the doors wide for opportunities for our minority students. Our black and brown children should be represented in our gifted and talented programs. Our AP classes and the arts, as much as they are represented on our athletic fields. It's time to tell our minority children there's more than one way to be successful than being an athlete. A child in Farmingdale should never spend 13 years of public education never being taught by a black face. Minority hiring must be a focus for our district. Cultural awareness programs must be instituted from kindergarten on to make administrators, teachers, students, and community members aware of the inherent biases that exist in our schools. I know this is the place to start. Our district has the opportunity to lead. We have the responsibility to make them. This is a seminal moment in America where the flames of racial hatred are being fanned from the White House, Congress, and the Supreme Court, but we can change that. No blood needs to spill this time. No violent uprisings are necessary to see the change in institutions that have shut us out of opportunities in the past. Look at the faces around you, all ready and looking for a way to get in the game. Challenge your neighbor's racist views.
Let's go!
Challenge your colleagues to be better. Have the difficult discussions face to face and not behind the easy ways of social media where you don't have to talk and engage. You just get to spew hate. Teach your children to value human life. Vote for candidates at all levels of government who want to unite us and not divide us. Use your positions of power for change. Let's all use our different paths and journeys to see racial justice become a reality in our lifetime. Our great civil rights president, Lyndon Johnson, said to Congress on the eve of the passage of the 1964 Civil Rights Bill, "It's really all of us who must overcome the crippling legacy of racial hatred and bigotry. And if our hearts are pure, and if our minds are right, we shall overcome."